Exactly. It is time to be happy. Oh, Bonnie, a great, excellent intro. Hi, cutie. Aw. So
That's her
it's so
grandma glasses.
welcome everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the full moon in the sign of Virgo in the sign of Pisces. So it's the full moon of Virgo, and it's we are here in the sign of Pisces right now. So we have a lot of exciting things to share with you guys. Not only is it the full moon in the sign of Virgo, but it starts tomorrow if you're on the East Coast. The full moon starts at around 7:30 a.m. And also an hour later, we have the planet Saturn transitioning into the sign of Pisces. Now, that is a big deal because Saturn only moves into different planets every 3 years. So we're going to feel the effects of this placement. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the full moon in the sign of Virgo with the energy of Pisces. But what I wanted to really, really, really share with you guys, many of you here who are here with us live are well aware, but if you're not, I wanted to share it with those who you may be listening or tuning in. Tonight begins, and it always happens on the full moon of Pisces. Always happens on the full moon of Pisces. Tonight is a mystical holiday called Purim, also a traditionally Jewish holiday. And it's a beautiful energy that happens in the cosmos this evening. And the ancient sages of Kabbalah used to say that this is the night where you release yourself from the masks that you wear. We all wear different masks. Wear different masks to different people, to different situations, to different environments. But ultimately, a mask is always cloaking something about who we really are. It's cloaking that individual, that true version of us that's inside of us, right? And so, what we know to be true about this beautiful, beautiful energy of Purim is that tonight, in the next 24 hours, is the opportunity that we have to take off all of our masks and to take off all of our masks to reveal our true, true, true self. So, who are you? So, who are you today, and what grand and glorious adventures await you? And what are you keeping inside of you or keeping secret from the world that if you actually shared it with the world might actually change the world? And this is something that I can speak on as a Virgo because we have this beautiful Virgo energy. You know, Virgos are definitely perfectionists. And so this energy shows up wherever is required, and it is the energy of what it thinks is required for that person or that situation that they're in. So, for example, you know, they can become very they can channel energy to be able to communicate and put on the mask that's required in order to, let's say, seal a business deal or to seal a date or whatever. But what happens when we put on a mask is we're actually not acknowledging the value of who we really, really are, the amazing gift, the amazing blessing, the amazing contribution of all of us, the everything that's about us, our beauty, our scars, our beautiful scars, all of those energies. And what if those were the energies that were actually the energies that were going to get you the soulmate? What if those were the energies that were was going to get you the most amazing job opportunity or make you more money? And what if all of that energy was the energy that you were waiting to tap into to make your dreams come true? And so just take a second. I would like for each of us to just take a second to ourselves and just ask yourself, what are you afraid of? What are you afraid of revealing and sharing to the world? Maybe you're afraid of being judged. Maybe you're afraid of how people will see you. What is that secret that you're keeping hidden? What is that trait or that vulnerability that you're keeping hidden? That if you actually shared it with the world, could be a contribution to changing the world. Get a sense of what that is. Because in tonight's activation, what we're going to do is we're going to bring that energy to light. Okay? So let's talk a little bit about this energy of the full moon in the sign of Virgo. So just so you know, Virgo is in quite contrast to the energy of Pisces. Okay? Pisces is the energy that is the dreamer. It is the energy that is the one that creates fantasies, that loves to live in the spiritual world. And Virgo is the energy that likes to live in the practical, physical, material world. Virgo is the one that likes to get things done. Pisces is the one that likes to dream about getting things done. So we have these really interesting two contrasting energies that are happening right now. But instead of looking at them as contrasting, what I would like to invite each and every one of us to do is to look at them as complementary, right? So what if now was the time that you could actually bring your dreams into this reality, your fantasies, your goals, the things that you always wanted to see actualized in this reality? What if now was the time that instead of just dreaming about them, that you actually brought them to the forefront? Would you be willing to choose that? Would you be willing to look and say, you know what? Even though it's been a fantasy, I'm ready to actually make it a reality. Would you be willing to say, okay, you know what? I'm ready to share this fantasy or this dream with the world. The thing is one of the reasons that Pisces doesn't always bring those things into the real world is because Pisces is afraid of the judgment that is around bringing those dreams into this world. Right? So they have all these really, really great ideas. Wow, I would love to do this. I would love to do that. But there's also a lot of judgment around them. They don't want their little tea party to be ruined by other people. Okay? So they keep it to themselves. And right now we have this beautiful opportunity to invite others to your tea party, to invite others to your dream, to invite others to contribute to actualizing, taking all of those things that you keep so hidden and sacred and fearing judgment for, and actually sharing them with everybody. And so what I'd like for each of us to do as well this evening is to make a commitment to ourselves. What is something that we have been afraid of sharing with other people? Because we're afraid of being judged, okay? We're afraid of losing sight of that dream or having somebody else poo-poo on our dream. What is that energy that you're afraid of being judged for? So the first one is what dream are you holding back on actualizing? That's the first aspect. The second aspect is what is the judgment that you're afraid of actually receiving so that you're to protect your dream, okay? So the other one is to protect your dream. And let's actually acknowledge that those things and those energies are the masks that we are wearing. Right? It's not the fear of the judgment, it's the fear of how other people are going to, let's say, ruin your world. But what if it wasn't that they were going to ruin your world? And what if they were going to contribute to it and actually enhance it? Or even make your dream an even more incredible dream? You get two Pisces together. And the energy that happens when you get two Pisces together is they live in this like utopian Disneyland world because they feed off of each other's fairy tale fantasies, right? They love each other in that way. And so they feel very safe with each other. But others, they keep all those fantasies hidden between lock and key because everybody goes, oh yeah, what reality are you living in? And so what we want to do is we want to invite the world to live in that reality. And that brings me to the second aspect that I want to talk about tonight. And that is the energy of Pisces moving into the planet of Saturn. Okay? Saturn is the planet of judgment. It's the planet of structure. It's the planet of routine. And so Saturn has been in the sign of Capricorn. Okay. And because it's been in the sign of Capricorn, that is a sign that is used to all of the structures, all of the routines. But now, as it enters into the sign of Aquarius, I'm sorry, as it enters into the sign of Pisces, what we actually get to do with that energy is we actually we start to see that there's a blurred line between what is practical and what is phantasmical, right? So this those energies of the structure and order of things having to be one way, we're going to start to see a shift in the energies and how we think about structure and how we think about what structure means to us, what structure means into our lives. Because when Saturn comes in a particular placement, it shakes things up. So there may be a little bit of cloudiness, there may be a little bit of confusion, there may be some energies in which you go, you know what? Those things that I was so committed to, those I'm going to call them religious aspects of my being and my 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 routine, those religious aspects really I've just been doing because I've been so used to them. Now is the time that we're going to begin to break out of that. And you may actually begin to start choosing things that are a little bit more out there, that are a little bit more like, wow, like phantasmical, right? You may be working on or have researched spirituality. Like, for example, one cool unique aspect of this energy is with the Virgo loves the research, right? Virgo loves to do the research. They love to figure things out. So Virgo will, like, for example, if they're interested in a new spiritual path, they'll research it first, right? And they'll learn about this and they'll learn about this and they'll do all the learning of it before they implement it. So how often do we go through that process of learning and learning, and then we've done so much learning that we forget to implement, right? We've done so much research, or we've done so much collection of journaling and this and that we actually forget to implement it. Now is the time to take that information that you have said, wow, I want to try that. Now's the time to try it. Now's the time to make it a part of your life. Okay. And what's crazy about this thing is this energy is like, it's not going to be like, oh, I'm going to pray and meditate 3 times a day. It's going to be like, no, I'm going to actually sing. I'm going to sing. I'm going to go walking in the park and I'm going to sing every day. So that could be one of your new spiritual practices, right? So that's what we're talking about in terms of looking at how we are creating that which we call spiritual and bringing it down into this world and making it more practical for us. What connects you to the energy of all that is? What makes you happy? What fills you up? And what if that was your expression of the divine? And what if that was what was underneath the mask that you've been wearing so that people don't see it because you're afraid of being judged for it? And would you be willing to join me in being so willing to be judged because you just don't give a fuck? We have got to let go of the fear of judgment, because the fear of judgment is what is blocking us from actually choosing to get out there and do what we are meant to do, because it matters to us, not for anybody else. Because if it matters to you, then it matters to the universe. The creator of all that is sees it within you to be expressed, to be shared, to change the world. So all of your inner hopes, your inner dreams, your inner desires that you go, oh my God, I don't know, everybody's going to judge me. Fuck it. Let it all out. Be willing to be judged. Put it all out there, and who cares what anybody has to say about it? Because now is the time. Now is the time for each and every one of us collectively to see within each other the beauty and the power and the strength and the magic of every single fiber of our quilt of humanity, right? And every single fiber, I always use the reference of the Georges Seurat painting. If you've seen a Seurat painting, it's the one with all the little dots. And Seurat invented pointillism. And you can zoom in and you can see these little points, and they just look like little points, but if you zoom out, it's this most glorious picture. Every single one of us is one of those dots. And without your dot or my dot or her dot or his dot, it wouldn't be the same picture. It wouldn't be the same glorious, glorious, glorious painting that changes people's lives. So, can we also please make a commitment to ourselves and to each other to allow our light to shine, to recognize how important our dot is? And remember to focus on the big picture. If you don't think your dot is important, step back, step back, step back, look at the big picture, and look at that painting with that hole where your dot should be. If you're willing to choose something greater, to include yourself by revealing who you truly are, together we can change the world. Okay? Thank you guys for your magic and for your ask. And I appreciate each and every one of you. So now we're going to do an activation. We're going to do an activation meditation. And in this activation meditation, I would like for each of us to, let's go back to those two things that we talked about. So what is the thing that you're afraid to reveal because you're afraid of the judgment? Number one. And number two, what is the thing that if you shared with the world might actually change the world? So one is about the judgment that you're afraid of. The other is the thing that could change the world. So get a grasp of that, okay? And hold that in your space and in your awareness. And now let's close our eyes and find ourselves in our heart. And as we close our eyes and find ourselves in our heart, let's begin by taking 3 deep breaths. In through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Now let's shift our awareness to the center of the earth. And as we shift our awareness to the center of the earth, let's imagine this beautiful energy swirling in the center of the earth. And now let's imagine this energy scooping up fresh earth energy, coming up through the soles of our feet, through our ankles, our calves, our knees and our thighs, and traveling up through all of our chakras, and popping up outside the top of our head and forming a beautiful ball of light. Now see yourself in this ball of light. And now imagine this ball of light traveling up out of the space that you're in, higher and higher and higher and faster and faster and faster. Imagine that ball of light lifting you up, out past Earth's atmosphere, out into outer space, past different planets and galaxies in the Milky Way. And higher and higher and higher beyond there, out into different layers of light. Some light and some dark. And as you imagine those energies lifting you up, you come to a beautiful golden-like light. And through the golden-like light, you allow your ball of light to lift you up into a jelly-like substance light. And through the jelly-like substance light, into a beautiful pink haze, which is the law of compassion. And through the law of compassion, you enter into the seventh plane of all that is. The plane of creation, of oneness, and of complete totality. And from here, as your ball of light expands, allow yourself to expand even more. Allow your energy to expand even greater and greater and greater and deeper and deeper and deeper. Imagine your energy expanding into the entire universe. And now what I want you to do is I want you to imagine that in front of you, there's a beautiful activation pyramid. And there are two things that I'd like for you to add into your pyramid. Number one, what is your dream? What is your dream? And as you get a sense of what your dream is, please begin to place your dream into your pyramid. And as you place your dream into your pyramid, make sure you place into there all of the thoughts and feelings and emotions, the energies that your dream brings you. Who else is a part of your dream? Who would you like to call into your dream? What role will they play in your dream? How could they actualize your dream to make it an even greater success than you could ever imagine? So all of the points of views, conclusions, expectations, separations, judgments, limitations that you have about your dream, about how you think your dream should be, how you are the only one who knows what your dream looks like, or that you're the only one that can make it happen. Can we please destroy and uncreate that? One of these energies that we have right now is the opportunity and the ability to bring in others into our dreams, to help these dreams become activated. And when we do that, it feels vulnerable, because that's the time in which somebody says, hey, you might want to consider doing this. And you go, oh, but I never thought of that. And they go, yeah, and it might be a shortcut. But a lot of us hold on to the way that we see things instead of how they can be. So would you be willing to allow yourself to see things how they could be, greater than you could imagine? So if you'd like that, say yes. So the other thing that I'd like for you to put into your pyramid tonight is where you're afraid of being judged. Where are you afraid of being judged? Could be something about your appearance. For some reason it pops. Oftentimes we are so afraid of having our body judged that we use it as an armor, but there's usually something that's right underneath that, right? So we get really nervous that we're going to be judged for being fat or being this or being too thin or too this or too that. But what is the thing that's underneath that we're really afraid of being judged for? That being judged for that thing that people see is actually guarding us from what we're actually unwilling to be judged for. So everything that brings up times a godzillion, can we just destroy and uncreate it, please? It's like you have this story to tell, right? You have this story to tell, but you're afraid of being judged for the story, but the story could actually be something that is an incredible book that could change people's lives. It's that kind of thing we're talking about here. So everything that is times a godzillion, everything that brings up, can we destroy it and create it, please? And would you like to know what it feels like, looks like, tastes like, smells like, and is to know that that which is inside of you has been given to you to empower others? Everything that we have been through has been given to us. We have called into our experience, not just for us, but for the world, to make the world an even greater place. Would you like that? Say yes. Cool. Okay, so now you get a sense of what your pyramid contains. So now I'd like for you to step inside your pyramid. And on the count of 3, I'm going to click my fingers. And what I want you to do is I want you to let go of all of this. Let go of all of the fears of the judgments. Let go of how you think your dream should show up. Just let go of all of it. Okay? So first of all, would you like to know what it feels like, looks like, tastes like, smells like, and is to embody the energy of letting go? To know that you're worthy of letting go in order to create a greater reality in a greater space, not only for yourself, but for others and for the world. So if you'd like that, say yes. What can I let go of today that I didn't know that I could let go of, that if I did let go of it would change my life? Anything that doesn't allow that times a godzillion, can we destroy and uncreate it, please? Great. On the count of 3, let's expand your pyramid into a godzillion particles of light. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Now return to this space. Face your palms up. And now what I'd like you to do is I'd like for you to imagine that there's a giant movie screen in front of you, and you are going to tilt your eyes just a little higher to see it. And now see on that screen, what have you actualized tonight? What have you actualized with this new energy? Would you like to have the creator's definition, point of view, explanation of what it means to be certain, to have certainty in every single cell of your body, to know that you are worthy of being certain, that you know how to be certain, that you know how to live your day-to-day life without doubt, without fear, without insecurity? If you'd like that, say yes. Would you like to let go of how to, when to, where to, and all of the judgments that you have about how things have to show up in your life? Would you like that? Say yes, please. And would you like to know what it looks like, tastes like, feels like, smells like, and is to see the big picture? To know that you're worthy of seeing the big picture, that you're worthy of living in an expanded life, an expanded perspective of always seeing the big picture in everything. If you'd like that, say yes. Amazing. So now take a minute. Feel this reality. Perceive it. Now let's take our palms and rub our palms together. Faster and faster and faster and faster and faster. Now take your palms, place your palms over your eyes. Your eyes are the windows to your soul. When you're ready, you can open up your eyes. Allow that energy to come into your body, into your being, and place your hands on your heart. And congratulate yourself. Congratulate yourself for the choice that you made, the acknowledgement of who you really, really, really are, what you're choosing. And thank you guys for coming tonight. For those of you who are here live and in person, for all of you who are listening online, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. That was amazing, amazing, amazing. Have the most amazing full moon. Happy Purim to all of you who are playing and celebrating and having a great time. And I look forward to seeing you guys very, very soon. Just a few announcements. For those of you who are listening, every morning at 8:45 a.m., we do a meditation called the Daily Download. And the Daily Download is a 15-minute meditation with downloads, with activations that we invite you to join us to be a part of every single day. We've been doing it for over 2 years now, almost every single day, and it's very powerful. It's very powerful to be together. So if you would like to learn more, you can visit our Facebook page, The Provocative Intuitive, and there you will see a link to join the downloads every day, 8:45 a.m. It is now donation based. It used to be, we used to charge $100 a month actually for the subscription, but now it's donation based. So we would encourage you to come to be a part of that experience with us. We also just launched Let's Make It Real. Let's Make It Real is an 8-module program that I created to empower you to look at how you ask for things in your life. A lot of people are saying to me, Daniel, you're always talking about asking, but I don't know how to ask. So I created Let's Make It Real as a way for you to learn how to ask. And we created a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful workbook that goes with it. Because we're in the launch phase, it is available for you for 20% off. I don't know where can we send them to register that for that, Becky? Go to our link tree, actually. Our link tree, which is in our Instagram profile, there's a link to actually join that. Okay. That will also be on our Facebook page too. We'll go ahead and put a link to the program on Teachable for you to download that on our Facebook page. So guys, thank you so much for coming. Thank you for being here, and we look forward to seeing you very soon. In 2 weeks, we will have the new moon of Aries. The new moon of Aries is also the first sign in the astrological new year. So the next 2 weeks are going to be all about creating new realities for us, guys. New realities, and getting rid of the old and bringing in the new. So let's do it. I'll see you guys in 2 weeks for those of you who are joining us for the new moon. But please come to the daily download. We'll see you soon. Okay? Have a wonderful day, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Mwah! Many blessings.